Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got a quick update here. This is going to be the video after doing the rest of this guy, pretty much. So, I have this chassis here, and I have pretty much everything spec'd out on the way. I got my transmission, I got my tail shaft piece, my output spline, I got the drive shaft starter, I got the engine here with the oil pan on it, cammed out. I got the engine mounts ready to go, even though it's only half of them. And there's going to be a little sneaky secret we're going to do there, which we probably don't need to do, but we're going to do in the respects of chassis rigidity. There is a engine. Well, the engine mount works great. Someone sent me a transmission cross member that's adjustable, so we're going to see how that fits with the TH400 and address that as things come up. The other thing is going to be, there's going to be a battery. How many times can we say going to be? There's going to be a battery in the trunk, just to get some weight in the back end. The thing I have is I need to know a little bit about the rule book, because I don't want to screw myself, but we want to put the battery in the trunk. On top of that, I got a used nice radiator setup. Sweet, save some money there. This is metal bulkheaded and then covered in carpet. So, do I need a vented battery box in the trunk? Since it's already firewalled, quote unquote, to the back of the car? Or can I just mount the battery with nice 3/8 rod or a cheap battery mounting kit? That's my question for you guys. Like, am I wasting money if I buy a box because it's already bulkheaded off? I don't know. Do I need a box? Am I screwing myself to just... It's one of those things. Do I just spend a little bit extra and buy a box for the battery because I might need it? Or do I not need it at all? You guys need to help me on that one. I don't know enough about it. And after that, the rest of it's going to start going pretty quick, I think. Engine and trans are going to go in. I bought a used drive shaft that fits the specifications that I need, and we're going to cut it to length and weld the yoke on once the transmission's in, obviously, so that'll be our measurement. And suspect number one is going to be wheels and tires. I do not have wheels and tires yet. I allotted myself, I padded my spreadsheet with my amounts about $700 for wheels and tires. So I think I can do less than that. If anybody local has 5-lug rims and tires that will fit this thing, I would like to do a semi-skinny up front and like a 15x8 or 10 out back with a 6.5-inch back spacing. One thing I was looking into is the cheap Summit and Jegs wheels. I think the Summit and Jegs wheels are about $100 for a 15x8 or 10 with around a 6.5-inch back spacing, 5 lug for the back. And I don't even know, what do people put on the front? Like a 15x4, 15x6? Something similar to that. I would like to do 28-inch Mickey Pro in the back, and similar to 26, 27, 28 in the front. That's one of those things, dudes. I do not know wheels and tire combo and price and cost effectiveness. If you guys could help me out, I buy 10-hole aluminum LX wheels for the back of Fairmonts and call it a day. And this is 5 lug, so I'm super confused. And the Fairmont 5, I bought billet specialties from Shannon Taylor that were rims, tires, everything complete, and I bolted them on. So, if you guys want to help me out, budget is the key here, but not awful, of course. This car is going to go fast. It's going to be upgraded down the road. So if there's like a 10% fee to pay to get a much better rim and tire, that's what we're going for. With the rest of this project also, there are some things I could have skimped on, like this really nice oil pan that's baffled. There are obviously some things that I could have spent less money on, like cutting a truck pan down. But I know that when you start going really fast, the pan starts to have issues feeding oil pressure. And then that's just one of those things where you smoke an engine because you didn't have oil pressure because of your pan. So the things that I'm doing now, even though they're budget, are also tying into what's happening later down the road. And also this oil pan clears a 4-inch stroke engine, which may happen with this guy. We might just build a stroker just for fun. So what's neat about that is part of this project leaves us headroom at the price point to upgrade. It's going to help us upgrade. A bunch of the purchases were made with the idea that we're going to do more later. So what is also neat about that mindset is if you only ever wanted to get the max out of this combo and go 8s for 8,000, you could do it for less. And the other nice seesaw effect of that is what I try to do is I'm spending a little bit more on some things to make the budget realistic, because people are going to argue, even though people mostly trust me at this point, people are going to argue that some of this stuff is just cheaper than they can get it. So padding some of the items more than realistic or is helping even out the overall realistic amount that we're going to end with, if you can understand what I'm saying. So that's where I'm at. I need help with wheels and tires so far. What do you guys want to see on this? I'm asking for help. Can you suggest the best wheel and tire combo for an SN95? Keep in mind, this car is not mini tubbed. We could pretty easily do it because the shock relocations and everything that already has been done, but we would rather do, I know this thing will go 8s on a 235, and I know that a 275 will fit. The wheel arches on these are pretty big. I talked to a friend or two, and they said a 6.5-inch back spacing on a 10-inch wheel is pretty much perfect for these to fit a 275-inch Pro. That's what I want to go with. That's the idea. That's the original plan. So if any of you could make some suggestions or have connections, see, the issue here is you may be able to give me a rim and tire cheap. It might be something you do as a business, but it has to be something everyone can buy, or it can't go on the paperwork. You understand? This is a budget build. If you send me free rims and tires, that's cool and all, but no one else will be able to get them for free unless you're willing to provide 80,000 people with free rims and tires. You're putting yourself in a bad spot. So let me know about that. I'm sure a lot of you have suggestions. A lot of them will be worthwhile. It's not something I have any expertise in. So I would appreciate some help on the rims and tires. What fits, what some people might have. See, here's the thing. If you're like, man, I'm selling rims and tires that would fit this thing on Craigslist for a cheap price, that's like that's a 50% rule, because some people, obviously I found this car, the entire car done cheap, so it would be neat if someone locally has something that they're willing to sell that is in a comparable price range that other people can afford. I can use that. But if you're a brand new company and you're like, I have this and I'll sell it to you for super cheap because I'll get free advertising, we run into the issue there. I hope I've explained it enough, but we have to go over it sometimes. So I already have like wiring, I have fuse panels, I have switch panels, I have so much stuff to get it running and driving and ready to go. I just got to put the trans in and measure the drive shaft, and then I think in a week or two, Mark is going to take it and start fabricating the turbo kit stuff with Dan. The other neat thing is Joey Fowler says he gets so many requests for a turbo manifold that fits Fox body cars and cars specifically that he wants to fit a manifold and take measurements for this vehicle as part of a neutral testing ground for Fox and Fox chassis cars. So that'll be neat too. We're going to do that and provide that to everybody else. But yeah, wheels and tires for this car. Let me know, guys. Help me out. Do we do jegs? Do we do Summit? Do we just buy some Krager Steelies off some dude with a Jeep? I I'm really it doesn't matter to me at this point. I don't care if they look nice. It would be cool and all, but the name of the game is just reliable budget stuff. So if we get a Steely off of a 1970s car that fits this thing and it's perfect for $20, that's the go-to. That's what we're going to tell people what they can use and, you know, give everyone the info on. So again, let me know. Other than that, there's going to be some updates about this engine and everything else and the car, and everything's rolling along soon. We're pretty much done screwing around with the engine and everything else. So let me know. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this update. Write in the comments below, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Bye.